I wasn't invited to a coworker's wedding. Okay, so the title of this story is I wasn't invited to a friend/coworker's wedding, but other friends were. Unsure of how to have her stop talking to me about her big day. I met my friend Amanda at work over 3 years ago. She was new to the team and I had the opportunity to help train her. We clicked instantly and became really good friends fast. There was never any doubt in my mind that we weren't close friends. Although her schedule was slightly different than mine, she gets off work an hour or two after I do, we always made plans and met up for shopping, drinks, hanging out, and double dates with our boyfriends. Obviously, we have mutual friends we work with, and we all try to have dinner together every once in a while or go out to a bar/club. I was very happy for Amanda when she got engaged to her longtime high school sweetheart just over a year ago. They are absolutely perfect for one another, and when she showed me the ring, I was floored with how pretty it is. I did ask when the wedding would be, and she said in the late summer of 2017. It's coming up in August. She has spoken to me almost daily about her wedding planning process, which I'm totally fine with. One day, while we were hanging out, she proactively told me she wasn't inviting close friends and coworkers to the ceremony. She wanted a small and intimate wedding with her and her soon-to-be husband's family, and then everybody would be invited to the reception after. This seemed like a really good idea, and I said I liked that a lot. However, after she sent out invitations, 3 mutual friends/coworkers Snapchatted their invitations. It is not just a reception-only invitation. The snaps weren't sent directly to me, but were on their story, and I just so happened to see them while clicking through. I was hurt I didn't receive an invitation, even if only to the reception, but I didn't bother bringing it up to Amanda. Clearly, we weren't as close friends as I thought, and she had already made it clear to me she had no plans of inviting friends and coworkers. However, since she had invited some other girls we work with, I figured it was just a roundabout way of her politely telling me I wasn't invited while trying to spare my feelings. However, she still talks to me daily about her wedding that's coming up in just a few months, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. She constantly talks about everything. Recently, she talked my ear off during our lunch break about her dress, and she showed me all of the pictures she took in it before sending it off to get altered. It's a very pretty dress, but it was a harsh reminder I won't be there to see her in it or celebrate her marriage. I'm perfectly polite and engaged in our conversations when she speaks to me about her wedding, but it's the only topic that ever comes up, and any attempt to change it up somehow comes straight back to her big day. I get it, she's excited and she's allowed that, but it stings a lot. Obviously, I've distanced myself from hanging out with her as much because her thoughts on our friendship were drastically different than mine. How can I politely tell her to stop talking to me about it without hurting her feelings or having it turn nasty? And if it does turn nasty, how should I even begin to handle it? I don't think Amanda would make things nasty. She's very nice, but I don't want her to feel like I'm attacking her in any way and then make a mountain out of a molehill. You could say this: Amanda, I know you're really excited about your wedding, but it feels weird to talk about it all the time when I'm not a guest. And then offer up a change of subject. Okay, yeah, that's good. OP liked this suggestion. Some people are pointing out that it is entirely possible she forgot to send an invitation. This actually happened to me recently, and the bride did eventually message me that she was so sorry, she didn't realize she forgot to send it, and the planning has been hectic and she definitely wanted me to come. OP said it is entirely possible she thought of me as a peripheral friend and simply forgot. I just don't think it's worth the energy trying to figure that out now after the fact. OP added, unfortunately, she doesn't know my address and never asked for it after telling me that friends and coworkers weren't going to be invited. So I'm sure it isn't an issue of an invitation getting lost in the mail.